What's up, fans? Today I'm going to be talking about Lee from The Walking Dead, some of his story. And next time I'm going to talk about Minerva's story, but right now I'm going to talk about Lee's Walking Dead story. I'm going to start from the beginning. But spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, won't hear this. If you haven't played the game, hear it. Right. So, Lee started up as a criminal in handcuffs. He was talking to the police officer and stuff like that. It all started. The words in the game said a new day. A new day. With music playing, with like violin kind of music playing, I think. And then I know this from playing the game. And then yeah, it started with him in handcuffs. Shows him leaving Macon, I think, or some kind of city. Bunch of police sirens you hear, bunch of police chasing cars. One police car chasing a criminal. You can see if you played the game, the first episode 1 of season 1, The Walking Dead. And then after they talk, the cop guy runs over a zombie. Boom! Runs over a car. The car lands into a deserted area with a bunch of walkers. The walkers don't show until Lee takes the handcuff off of his hands, of course. But let me show you what happens after that. Then I'm going to tell you about what happens after that. I may not show you. Then he's like stuck in a car. He wakes up in the car. The car's all wrecked. He then takes his foot and slams his foot on a window, back window, to escape out of the car. Gets out the car after that. Then he sees the cop. But before he breaks out of the car, he says, "Officer, you alright?" Says, "Damn." Checked the officer was alright. But nope, he was dead. From the car wreck. But before all that, Lee passes out from the car wreck and hears screaming, like the cop screaming. Or something like that. Like if he was injured very bad from the car wreck, that he was hurt, that he was screaming. That's why I think he was screaming. That's just my theory. But then he picks up a gunshot shell. But let me go to the part where how he gets the handcuffs off. He picks up a key. He gets the keys from the cops' pockets. Takes them off. Takes off the handcuffs. Takes them off his on his wrist. Takes the handcuffs off his wrist. After that, then he turns into a walker, jumps at Lee, and Lee says, "Oh shit." Then Lee backs up. He says, "Don't make me do this." He grabs the shotgun shell, puts it in the shotgun, and blows the cop zombie's brains out. Blows him out. Like, you don't see his head no more, besides his face. Then after that, he escapes zombies. That noise attracts the zombies. Or walkers. Yeah, I'll just say walkers. Attracts the walkers, and then the walkers chase him. He tries to run as fast as he can. He almost gets chewed up and devoured by walkers. But nope. Thank Telltale Games he didn't die at that scene. He keeps going. Climbs over a gate with his broken leg. He hurt his leg from the car wreck, if you didn't know that. He could use a shotgun, but he doesn't. That's just common sense. I would if I was Lee. But nope, he leaves it. He jumps over the what do you call it? The gate. The wooden gate. And he escapes. Thankfully, he escapes. Then he checks houses to see if anyone was in the houses. But nope. Nope, all deserted. If you get what I mean. Taken over by the walkers, I guess. But then this is how he meets Clementine. But at the part where where he's in the woods from a car wreck. He sees a girl, which is Clementine. He says, "Hey, I need help over here," or something like that. But then Clementine runs off because she doesn't trust him, thinks that he's a walker. Runs off. But then that's the part one when he climbs over the gate and he escapes. Then after that, like I said, then he checks the treehouse. But nope, she keeps quiet. She doesn't say a word, and he doesn't know that she's in a treehouse. That's when he didn't know her name was Clementine. He didn't even know nothing about the girl. He just saw the girl when he was like, like after he shot the dead cop's brains out. Walker, what you call it. But then he opens a sliding glass door. Finds drawings from Clementine, like a drawing of a what's it called? What's it called? It looks like those things from My Little Pony. Right, a pony. Right. It's like a pony. He sees a drawing of a picture. Blood all over the floor. Picks up a phone. Thing says beep 3 new messages. But before all that, he just walks around looking for a glass of water. Gets a glass of water. Gets a walkie-talkie out of the drawer. Then he gets a glass of water. He checks the cabinets. Then, when he's on a walkie-talkie, Clementine talks to him. Or a girl, like, yeah. He thinks it's just a girl. He doesn't know her name yet. But then, a girl says, hi, or something like that. I met Clementine says, "Hi, you should be careful," or something like that. He says, "Are you here all by yourself?" He says, "You been all here by yourself through this?" She says, "Yeah." She says, "I hide through the treehouse so the walkers don't get me." And that's not exactly what she says. She said it a different way. I don't remember how. I haven't played this game in a little while, but I remember the story. But I don't remember what their lines were, like their quotes, that much. But then the zombie jumps behind him, almost got him, but thanks to Clementine, says, "Watch out." And then he looks behind and he attacks the walker. He backs away, but he trips. He tries to run off, take off from the walker. When he trips from the blood. I think that walker was, the babysitter. I think she killed herself because she saw something on the news about zombie apocalypse happening. That's just my theory. But let's get to the story. That's what's more important, not theories. I'll go to the theories after this video. But, yeah, it's getting interesting. But then, the babysitter walker, tries to get him. Thankfully, he grabs the hammer. Clementine opens the sliding glass door, gets out of the treehouse, hurries up and gets and she gets a hammer she found. Hands it to Lee. Then he hits the babysitter. That was Clementine's babysitter. That's now a walker. Hits it. Kills it. Keeps on killing it. And then that's how he found out Clementine's name. He says, after that, he says, "Hi, I'm Clementine." And Lee says, "You been here all by yourself through this?" That's when he said it. Right, that's when he said that line. I forgot. And then she said, "Yeah, I've been in my treehouse. Hiding from the monsters." She calls them monsters. But in Season 2, and Season 3, and Season 4, she calls them walkers. But right now we're talking about Lee's story. And some of Clementine's from Season 1. Then Lee, that's how Lee meets Clementine. And then Lee says we should get out of here before it gets dark. Then he meets a guy named Sean and Chad. They're trying to move the truck. Because the cars are blocking their way to escape. But then they say, "Oh shit, don't eat us," because Chad and Sean from Walking Dead Season 1 thought that they were monsters, but nope, they were alive, thankfully. And then after that, they help each other move the car so they can escape from the walkers before they get devoured and get eaten, so they don't get eaten. But then thankfully they escape. But before all that, they ask Lee questions like if that's like if he's the babysitter or he is the dad or if he's some guy. He replies, "I'm just some guy." But then that's when he helps them with the car and like what I said of that part and all that. Then they escape. Thankfully, they go to Herschel Green's house at night. I don't know what time, but at night, probably like 1 o'clock at night. I don't know, 3 o'clock. I don't know. Then they arrive at Herschel's Green's house, but he looks pretty different. He looks nothing like in the comics or in the TV shows. He cleans the infection and like patches Lee's infection up. Lee asks us, what will you do if the infection gets worse? He replies, then we'll just have to shoot you. Then he makes like some kind of shock face or some kind of funny face, whatever you want to call it. Then he goes into the barn, sleeps with Clementine, wakes up the evening, and then Kenny, this is how they met Kenny from Herschel Green's farm. But let me go to the part where Lee, like in the barn and all that, like where he sleeps in the barn. He sleeps in the barn, and Clementine says it smells like, and Lee replies, shit. Or he could say something else instead of shit. You play the game. It's like your choice is whatever you want to say. But whatever is like how to explain it. Never mind, I'm not gonna go to that part. I'm just gonna go to the story. Then Clementine, like I said, like Lee, stuff like that. Like Clementine says it smells like, and then Lee says shit before she says what it smells like. That part was hilarious as hell. I played a game that was so fucking hilarious. But then after that, he has a bad dream. He wakes up still at night. He wakes up at night in the barn and goes back to sleep right away. Clementine replies, what did you have, a bad dream? He said, yeah. Then he goes back to bed and Clementine goes back to bed. And then they wake up. And how they meet Kenny. Now I'm at the Kenny part. How they met Kenny's story. Then Kenny says, you're lucky you don't have spiders. He replies to Clementine, you're lucky you don't have spiders in your hair. And she does, and puts her hands over her head, like she's scared, from what Kenny said. And then they meet Concha, Duck, and Kenny talks to Lee about Duck. And then Kenny says, whenever her son, what did he say? I don't remember. I'll just go to the story. Not about their lines, or their quotes or what they said. But then, only the quotes I remember I'll only say. But then you meet Concha, Duck. But Duck doesn't like people making fun of his name. He says, Dad, or something like that. Something like that. But then, after that, then Lee hopes Sean from Walking Dead Season 1 to build gates to prevent the walkers from abandoning their territory. Lee helps Sean from Walking Dead Season 1 with the gate. He breaks, chops pieces of wood with, forgot what that weapon's called. Or tool they use to chop down wood. He chops down wood, chops pieces of wood to help them build a gate to make it more secure so the walkers don't break through. But then, this is bad news. Then after that, Sean from Walking Dead gets eaten from walkers. Because Kenny didn't save him. If Kenny would have saved him with Lee, but you get the choice to save Duck or Sean from Walking Dead. But if you choose to save Duck, Herschel Green acts like an ass to Lee. It's your choice. It is true. Whatever you choose depends on how they'll treat you in the game and how your story will turn into, how your story will be. You know what I mean, right? But then Herschel Green says, get the fuck out of here and never come back. Because he got pissed off that his son died. His son's name is Sean. Then they leave, and then they make it to Macon Pharmacy, which is Lee's family, like, pharmacy, like some kind of shop. Okay, I'll complete the story tomorrow. I'll complete the pharmacy part tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye, fans.